Before I came to Africa, I worried a lot, like anybody else.
Before I came to Africa, I worried a lot like anybody else. That was the words of the founder of Alibaba, one of the richest men in the world. He said before he came to Africa, he worried a lot. But when he came to Africa, he realized that Africa is the future of the world. Africa is the future of the world. So please, I want us to go watch the full video, come back and analyze it. This is your brother Dobia Anzanse. I am a Pan-Africanist. I am a missionary. And my mission, or our mission, we are on a mission. We are a group of young Africans, and our mission is to see a united Africa, a dignified Africa, because we believe that without unity, we can never have our dignity. Everybody know that Africa is the future of the world, except for we, the children of Africa. Why? What happened? Who did this to us? Please, let us watch the video. Come back as children of Africa and analyze it. But please, before you watch this the full video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, One Africa Mission, and also follow us on Facebook. We've been told that by you subscribing and also sharing it and passing your comments, it will allow YouTube to open it up for other people to see, because for now YouTube is not opening it up for the rest of for other people to see, because you are not really sharing it, and then you are not passing comments. Your comments are really important to us here as we embark on this mission of a united Africa, because we believe that that is the only way we can have our dignity. Unity will give us dignity, and then without unity we can never have our dignity as children of Africa. So let us watch it and come back and analyze it.
Before I came to Africa, I worried a lot, like anybody else. This and that, this is no good, that is no good, this is not safe, everything. But I said, no matter whatever you worry, you have to step on Africa and feel it and touch it yourself. So I came. I thought, it's too late. Why didn't I came 10 years ago? Africa is a continent full of opportunities. And I was inspired, and I said, from now on, every year I will come to Africa, visit the 3 countries. So this is my second trip to Africa. And I hope in next 10, 15 years, I can finish visiting 54 countries in Africa, every country. And I came with a lot of friends, business leaders in China, and they said, what we can do? I said, don't do anything, come here, feel it. Only when you feel it, you will love it. When I left Africa last year, I feel like something should be done. And a lot of.
So yes, he was saying that before he came to Africa, he worried a lot, because everybody was telling him Africa this, Africa that, which is normal. That is what the media has done to the continent of Africa. But when he came to Africa, he realized that Africa is the future of the world. But no, Africa is not only the future of the world. Africa is the present. Africa is the present, and Africa has always been like that. Modern nature has designed Africa as a food basket of the rest of the world, as a continent that you can never achieve glory without the push of Africa. Every civilization in the history of mankind can only thrive when they have the backing of Africa. So everybody know the potential of Africa. Everybody know, or everybody can see the potential of Africa. The only people on this planet Earth who are not seeing Africa potential are the children of Africa. And this is what colonization has done to us. And today we are calling on the children of Africa to realize that Africa has enough for you. Do not run away from Africa, because we prefer, you see, other people are running to Africa, and yet we, the children of Africa, are running outside of Africa. And African young men and women would prefer to go anywhere in the world apart from Africa. We appreciate everything. That is lack of patriotism. Lack of patriotism, lack of appreciation. And then you know what? When Mother Nature, when God gives you something and you don't appreciate it, somebody who appreciates what Mother Nature or God has given to you, they will come to your country. They will take what God has given to you that you don't appreciate. They will take it to their country, build their country, and in return, they will invite you to come, and they will make you a slave. for what you refuse to appreciate at your home. And that is exactly what is happening to us as children of Africa. Everybody, the Chinese, the Japanese, the Europeans, the Americans, the Arab, the Arabians, the Indians, everybody see that they see the potential in Africa. Either human resources or natural resources. They see the potential in Africa. The only people who are denying to see this are we, the children of Africa. So you will see an African, a young African doing business in Africa is able, out of his business or her business, is able to buy a piece of land. Out of that business, he's able to get married, have children, and out of business, he has been able to save up to $20 to $30,000, and then he will use that $20,000 to travel to Canada. He will use that $20,000 to travel to UK, and then you know what he's going to end up doing in UK or Canada? He's going to end up being a carer. You know what a carer means? A carer means somebody. It's unfortunate. I don't want to be saying this. A carer means somebody who go around looking after elderly, dementia people. And then they will be abused for paying $20,000. Money that they could have used to continue with their business to become millionaires. But because we have been brainwashed by colonization to think that we should never be proud of anything Africa, we are more than ready to run away from Africa, whilst other people are running to Africa. The other day when I was in Ethiopia, I saw a lot of Chinese people and European people running to Africa. You walk around the airport and it was full of Chinese and Europeans coming to Africa. And you see the other side, you flip the other side of the coin, and now you see Africans running away from Africa, going to Arabia as Bole Airport. Bole Airport is a transit airport for the continent of Africa. You see children, African youth running away to the Arabians, running away outside of Africa. The African is ready to go to any part of the world apart from Africa. We are more than ready to go to India, where there is a lot of poverty, more than even in Africa. We are more than ready to travel to even Afghanistan, Syria, Lebanon, where there is no peace. We prefer to be anywhere apart from Africa. Who did this to us? And as I said, it is only in Africa that somebody doing his business has been able to buy a plot of land, save money up to £20,000 or dollars, and then will sell the land, add it up to the $20,000, which will make it $30,000, and travel to Canada. Only in Africa. Like, what kind of mindset do we have for our continent? How are we so unpatriotic to the continent of Africa? Nowhere in the world that you will see somebody doing business can get $20,000 out of that business and still want to travel somewhere to be a slave. Nowhere in the world. A European will never do that. If a European have $20,000, he's going to Africa to do business. If a Chinese have $5,000, and I mean 5,000, he's going to Africa to do business. If a Japanese have $5,000, he's going to Africa to do business. But an African will save money up to $30,000, sell his plot of land, and travel to Europe just to be a carer, just to be wiping the poo-poo of all elderly white people. What has happened to we as children of Africa? Let us realize that Africa has enough for us, and it is time we stop this. I was having a conversation with a brother from Senegal, and then this brother, doing his business, transportation business, has been able to save up to $10,000, and then he decide to sell the car that he's using to that he's using to do his business. The car that he has been able out of that get married with his children, stress-free, no stress. He sell the car, add it up to $10,000, and travel to Britain just to become a porter. You know what a porter is? Somebody who is in a restaurant washing dishes. So you pay money, almost $15,000, to be able to go to a different country to be washing dishes. Like, who has done this to us as children of Africa? What happened to us that we can never be part, or we are not patriotic enough to see the goodies of Africa? What has happened to us? So I am telling the children of Africa, Africa is the best place to live. I am not saying do not travel if you have the opportunity, but do not sell your plot of land and save money up to $20,000 or $30,000 to go to Canada. It doesn't worth it. It doesn't worth it, because a lot of people, and these Europeans, because those in Canada and America, they are all Europeans. These Europeans has seen how unpatriotic that we are, and for that matter, they are even tightening it more. Even though they need you more than you can ever think, they need your labor, they need your energy, they need your brain. Whilst as a matter of fact, Africa need it more than they do, but they will convince you in a way. How does that make sense? I still cannot honestly think as to how or somebody, nowhere, as I said, in the world that you will see, either in Japan, in Arabia, in China, nowhere you will see somebody will be able doing business, and out of that business he got married, out of that business he buy a plot of land, out of that business he's been able to save money up to $20,000 or $30,000, and yet he's still not proud of what he's doing. He's still not proud of what he's doing. He will still want to sell it, give it out, and go somewhere and become a slave. Why are we doing this to ourselves as children of Africa? At least for once, let us be patriotic. Let us for once realize that the continent of Africa has enough for us as children of Africa. This is the only continent that that belongs to us. This is the continent that Mother Nature has given to us. This is a continent that you are living there. And I'm sure most of you who will watch this video, you know what I'm saying. Those of you living outside of Africa, you know what I'm saying is true. But sometimes we pretend to speak the truth. Sometimes we don't want to speak the truth. We will travel around everywhere. As I said, even the African will even pay $20,000, $30,000 to go to Afghanistan. We prefer everywhere apart from the continent of Africa. Why? Let us realize that Africa belongs to us as children of Africa, and our dignity will only come from a dignified Africa. Let us bring an end to this brain drain that we allow ourselves to be used by people, other people. You go there and they turn you into slave. And you see a doctor, an engineer, a teacher in Africa. The last time I was seeing a Nigerian doctor, he has to leave his everything, go to Canada. Another one, leave everything as a fully qualified doctor, go to UK and end up being a cleaner. And you know what they do? They did that to you. They did that because they want to break down your morale before they will give you a job. So you see that you are in Nigeria, you are a fully trained doctor. You are a doctor in Nigeria, and then you go to UK and they will tell you that you have to do more courses. And then before you do that course, you need to be surviving. And so you need to go and get cleaning. It is not that they know you are not qualified to be a doctor as a Nigerian in UK. It's not that they don't know. They know you are more than qualified, but they want to first of all break down your morale before they will give you that job so that you will appreciate it. They want to break down your morale before they give you the job so that you will appreciate it. Africans, let us for once have dignity. Let us for once be proud of Africa, and let us for once be patriotic, because it is only patriotism that has built every civilization. Every civilization is built on the backbone of patriotism. China today is doing good because of patriotism. India, patriotism. America, patriotism. Europe, patriotism. Colonization has denied us patriotism. It is time for us as children of Africa to rise up and realize that it is only patriotism that can give us dignity, or that can build Africa for us. I thank you very much for coming around. This is your brother Dobia Anzansi. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, One African Mission. Support us as we go around Africa to conscientize the minds of the youth of Africa to see the need for unity and patriotism in Africa. Thank you very much for coming around. Until we meet again, this is your brother Dobia Anzansi.